Hello everybody. I'm sorry if the video went a little funny there. I was positioning everything and getting things sorted. Welcome to the Eclectic Knitter podcast. My name, of course, is Raylene. I'm also known as Come On and Knits on Ravelry. You can find show notes for this episode at theeclecticknitter.com. There's links to the episode on the Ravelry boards. You can also find it on YouTube if you like. And I believe we're showing up on iTunes. I haven't heard that there's been any issues, but I haven't heard that anybody's been able to. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. This will possibly be a shorter episode. I don't know. I have lots of enabling because I got a large package that I got sent to my parents recently. It was my birthday, and I have zero self-control when it comes to yarn apparently lately. So we'll get started. Finished objects. I have a finished object. Look at me go. These are the Waiting for Winter mittens. I feel like I'm gonna have to pull the camera closer. One sec. Because as you can see, there's sun. All right, that's maybe. So these are the Waiting for Winter mittens by Susan B. Anderson. Susan. I have them up. I just can't. I didn't bring my mouse. Let's see. Yeah, Susan B. Anderson. See, I do know what I'm talking about sometimes. These are knit out of Sweet Georgia yarns, superwash worsted in the glacier colorway. It's 11 in the morning here, or 11:30, so there's sun coming in. And I modified them. Let's see. I knit a lining into them. So I knit it out of leftovers. The leftovers were Cascade yarn, or no, Classic Elite Yarns Fresco. It's a merino angora something blend. I did a cowl out of it, a chevron cowl out of it, and I have quite a bit left. So basically what I did was I knit the outer mitten as per normal. So there is my outer mitten shell, as it were. And then right after, once that was done, on the inside, right after the ribbing, I picked up 40 stitches using the same size needle, and I used a US size 8. Sorry. Things are falling around me. Well, that can stay there. So once I was finished, I used the same size needle. This is the liner is a sport weight yarn. And I obviously have not finished weaving in my ends. I picked up with the liner. I picked up and knit 40 stitches, so the same count, with the sport weight yarn in the same size needles, and basically knit another mitten. Followed the instructions from the ribbing onward, making sure that everything lined up lengthwise and that it would still fit and it wouldn't bunch. That was my concern with doing the liner. And when you're putting it in, it does require some zhuzhing to make sure that it sits nicely inside there. Because I don't know about you guys, but if there's any bunching or anything on the inside, I would play with it and pick it out. And so yeah, and they're not washed or blocked, but I have used them and they're very warm because it's gotten cold again here. And I lost my mittens that I had knit a couple years ago out of hand spun. I lost one of them. I think they went into the garbage with the garbage by accident. And my mom saw these and she loves them, so I may be knitting more with liners using leftover sport weight. I know that other people have used like one size down, so the instructions that I found where somebody had modified to knit a liner into mittens was they had used DK weight on the same needles, and I decided to use this sport weight because A, I have quite a bit of it left over, B, it's really soft, it floofs up when it washes, so even though it looks like I used needles that were way too big for it, which I did, that will become less noticeable. Not that anybody sees the liner. And the Angora and the content of this makes it really warm. So I didn't think I needed a DK weight yarn. I figured the sport weight would work well. And I wore them out this morning to walk my new dog, and it worked fine. It's like -20 today plus wind chill, and the wind's been really bad lately. So I am really happy with those. And like I said, my mom absolutely loved them, and I'm thinking about knitting everybody in my family a pair. And I bought the yarn for it, which you'll see in a little bit here. So those turned out really nicely. And this is the second project I've knit with the Sweet Georgia Yarns Superwash worsted, and I really like it. It's a heavier weight worsted. I find it knits up really nice on a size 8. The ribbing is done in US size 6. 4.0 millimeter, but I really like how it knits up. I really like, this is a semi-solid. You can see, even from over there, you can see kind of the tonality of it. It's soft, it's very nice to knit with, it blocks beautifully, and I like supporting Canadian companies. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. Works in progress. I finished up those, and otherwise I have worked on a pair of vanilla socks as everything crumbles around me. I can't even get at my hot chocolate. So I have my vanilla socks out of Ethereal Fibers. I think this was the colorway. This is her Sparkle sock. Pretty sure it's the colorway I have your boots in my buttocks. I finished the first sock. And it fits and I love it. And I have the second sock started. So I have the ribbing done, and I'm just a very little bit into it. But I stopped working on these for a little while in order to finish up those mittens because it got cold again. So yeah, I'm really liking this. I actually ordered more yarn from her, which has not arrived yet. But I like her base, and I like the way her variegates knit up. They don't really pool a whole lot. I mean, you can kind of see the darker stuff is going. And her sparkly base isn't super sparkly. I think I talked about that last time. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. Hopefully I will get that sock finished soon because, oh my goodness, do I have a lot of yarn. That's all I've been actively working on. I have a hat in there that I have not started, that I need to. So yeah. Oh. Huh. I finished the Winds Chief, and I actually haven't sent it out yet because I wanted to show it on the podcast. It's out of Sweet Georgia Yarns Superwash Merino in the cherry colorway. It's on the kitchen table, and I don't know if I feel like getting it. So that's fun. Yeah, it's done. It's a hat. It's a beanie. The person who I'm going to send it to is going to love it because he wears beanies like every single day. So next I will talk about enabling. I just received this yesterday. Brooklyn Tweed has been releasing capsule collections from their designers. I didn't really like the first one. This one is from Michelle Wang. It was just released. It's Winter 2017 capsule. And so all the patterns in here are done by Michelle Wang. I'm knitting the row cardigan by her right now, which I have not touched. I received it yesterday, as I said. I don't know if I will actually end up knitting anything out of here. Maybe the Radmer cardigan. It's a very, I don't even know if you can see that. I can't see. It's a very heavily cabled men's cardigan. I might knit that. Michelle Wang does really gorgeous cabled stuff. And of course, this is all done with Brooklyn Tweed yarns. So Arbor, Quarry, Shelter, Loft, etc. It's got the pictures, and then it's got the patterns as usual for their books. It's really nicely printed. I really like the cover. It's got a matte, almost suede-y feel to it. The pictures are gorgeous as always, and I expect the patterns to be well written and well charted, as Brooklyn Tweed patterns always are. So I just wanted to show that. I almost bought it more because I wanted to support them. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'll knit anything from it, but it's good to have. Alright, we'll do yarn enabling next, I suppose. I have a lot. I know I have more. Okay, there it is. I placed another order from Quarry. She's had some self-striping up. So this is her self-striping. It's 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 463 yards. It's the Stocktober colorway. The sun really kind of makes this awkward. That's pretty good, yeah. I don't even know how many stripes it does. And then this is her super stock self-striping. It's her 2-ply 80-20 superwash merino nylon, 400 yards. This is the Billow colorway. There we go. So I bought those two, and then I got, I haven't ordered from Mustache before, but she had a pre-order available for Eeyore's Rainbow, which is 12 even stripes of various tonal grays and a purpley gray and white, and I ordered 2 skeins of it. And these are her must match skeins or whatever. So it's 2 mini skeins. That's not focusing. Focus. And this is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 440 yards. So I have 2 skeins of that. Actually, because it's split up into, each skein is split up into 2 skeins, I guess I have 4 skeins. And then I had placed another order with Vesper. I feel like I have shown this before, maybe? No. Okay, so these are both on her 75-25 or 22% superwash wool nylon Stellina. 75 plus 20 is 95, and 2% is only 97% of a yarn. I feel like that's a mistype. Shouldn't it be 5% Stellina then, or the nylon content needs to be a little bit higher? I can't even tell. Anyway, it's 430 yards. So this is Peace and Love. Her sparkly is a lot sparklier. There we go. Peace and Love. And this is Twinkle Lights. There we go. So those 2 skeins, apparently I'm on a self-striping kick. I happened to catch a Lollipop update for the first time ever in my life. So I ended up getting her, I think I lost the other tag, on the traditional base, which is 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 440 yards. I got her First World Problems pre-order. They always come with a mini, which I don't even know if I'm going to use. That sucks that I lost that other tag, because that's the tag that had all her fun names on it. That's too bad. I don't remember what the names were on this. So this is First World Problems on the traditional base. Puppy's dreaming, so you might hear whimpers. And it comes, like I said, it comes with a mini skein. A little contrasting color. Ball. Oh, he's awake. He thinks there's food. And then a skein in her Gripes base, which is 80/20 superwash merino nylon, 2-ply, 410 yards in her Semi-Charmed Life. It's in the bag. I don't feel like taking it out. I'm sorry. It's a pain. With a little mini green little mini skein. This is the first time I've ordered from her. Oh yeah, with my copy of the Capsule Collection, I got a sample of Arbor, which is their Brooklyn Tweed's new DK weight. So we'll see what I do with that. I don't even know. That's probably not enough to do anything with. And then I placed an order with Gail's Art for sock blanks, which I've never used before. So this is her Valentine's Day. There were only 2 of these available. I guess, do I have it upside down? I do have it upside down. Huh. So these are her, this is a single sock blank, stenciled flowers and Happy Valentine's Day on it. So I got that, and then I also got a skein or another sock blank in her Rockstar Rainbow colorway, also a single knit sock blank. And now, okay, maybe somebody can help me with this. So she says, I mean, it's a knit blank, right? So at one point, one end should not be knittable. So here I can unravel, right? That's the green end. I can unravel. The other end is the pink end. I can unravel. That's maybe where, yeah, see, it's catching there on the edge. But otherwise, I can unravel from this end as well. I guess I'll be knitting from the green end. So, this may be cast on next, after the ethereal fiber socks are done. I know I have a skein of turtle pearl all wound up and ready to go, but I've never knit with a sock blank before, so we'll see what the fuss is about. This is on her sparkly sock base, and the other one is on her regular sock base, non-sparkly. And then I had placed an order with Miss Babs for Yowza. So I have a whole bunch of Yowza, Zombie Games, Beautiful Dreamer, Sea Visions, Berlin, I think. Yeah, Berlin, Shaken Not Stirred, and Masquerade. So I have 6 skeins of Yowza, which I got at Christmas. My parents picked it up like the 27th. I had left the 25th. And then I ordered yarn to make from Sweet Georgia, superwash worsted, to make gloves. So I have 2 skeins of charcoal over here, 1 skein of silver, and then, so this is sister-in-law, dad, brother, and then tangerine for mom, grape for my niece, and this is the liner. I bought a skein of Sport in Smitten for the liner for my niece, because I wanted her to have a fun liner. That's all the yarn enabling, and that was a lot. Now I feel like a yarn pig. I ordered some books from, one night I dropped down the rabbit hole of poetry, poetry basically. And there's this company out of Minneapolis called Button Poetry, who hosts these like poetry slams or poetry nights or whatever, open mic kind of things. So I ordered some poetry books from them. The one I wanted to talk about a little bit was this one. It's A Love Song, A Death Rattle, A Battle Cry. And this is by Kyle Guante Tran Meyer. Poems, Lyrics, and Essays. And you can find on YouTube, they post actually videos of people performing this stuff. So, and he starts off, or there's an opening, there's a foreword, and then he does an intro, 10 things everyone should know about spoken word and slam poetry. And it's like an essay about the current spoken word and slam poetry and various definitions and how things are changing and stuff like that. And then it goes into poems and lyrics and essays, and I'm not very far into it, as you can see, and I'm using a Query Fiber ribbon as a bookmark. But it's really good, and I enjoyed watching his performances, so I figured I would support him. It is an independent publisher, so I bought this, and then I bought one other one, Our Numbered Days by Neil, I can't remember his last name. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I haven't really gotten any further on All My Puny Sorrows. I haven't been reading much. But yeah, you should take a look into it. Button Poetry does, like I said, they have a YouTube, and they post videos of poets performing their works, and some of them are really a lot more powerful when performed, and I've been really enjoying that. So that is about it for me. I will talk to you in a couple weeks. Sorry this was so late. It's been really busy. I guess I could talk about life stuff. My parents were out for my birthday the weekend that I would have normally recorded, so 2 weeks after the last recording. My birthday was January 24th, so they were out the weekend before that. And then that Thursday, I got a dog. So that weekend was busy. He's a 5-month-old lab mix of some kind. His name is Cyrus. He's sleeping on the couch over there. Cyrus, hey. Hey. Hey, you. No. He's out like a light. I had to leave for a little bit this morning, and he was in his crate. And so he was already house trained. He was already crated at night. He walks so well on a leash, like loose leash beside me, no problems. He's been going to doggy daycare. He went 3 days this week, which is probably why he's exhausted and sleeping. It's awesome because he sleeps all evening, right? Take him out right before bed, and he sleeps all night. And then I've taken him to the off-leash park, and he's been so good. He's finally getting into the car on his own. It was so funny. Prior to Tuesday was the first day that I dropped him off at daycare in the morning before work. And he does not, like, he was not enjoying the car. And we had gone to the off-leash park on Sunday, which he enjoyed. And so Tuesday, like, I get him to come up to the car, fine. But then he wouldn't get in on his own. So I would, like, lift him in, and he'd be kind of grumpy with me a little bit. But on the car ride, he would just sit there and watch, and he's quiet. He whines quite a bit, but he doesn't bark or anything. I've only heard him attempt to bark a couple times when he's heard people or dogs in the hall. So I drop him off at daycare, and he's nervous, and he wants to stay with me, and there's a lot of dogs, and they're barking, and they're excited, and I just leave. Like, it's fine, you'll be fine, I'm not going to stay here, and, you know, you'll deal with it. So I go to work, everything's fine. I get to daycare, and he's so happy to see me, of course, and I take him out to the car, and he's, like, walking beside me, and he lost 2 baby teeth at daycare that day. I bring my dog in, he comes back with 2 less teeth, but he's still teething, so he lost, like, one of his baby canines and a molar. So I walk about to the car and I open the back door and I'm like, okay, Cyrus, come on. And he walks up to the car, walks around me, and walks right into the car like, I'm tired, Mom. Let's go home. I'm ready to go now. So he gets into the car and he's fine. And now he gets into the car, no problem. He's really enjoyed daycare, I think. And I've enjoyed having a worn out puppy. So it's a little expensive, but worth it. And he's doing really well. He's an absolute sweetheart. He's so calm. He does try to jump up a lot when he gets excited, and he's very into food, like counter surfing. And I bought a very fancy bowl from Amazon to get him to slow down while he eats, and it gets him to slow down big time. It's got like a maze, like instead of just having like a lot of the bowls that you can find have like just like 4 bumps, and I found that that doesn't slow dogs down really. This one has like a maze inside of it and all kinds of dips and valleys, and I'll maybe bring it out next time and show you. It really works. He went from eating in less than a minute, a cup and a half of food, to like 5 minutes, and then he leaves kibble in there because he's like, I'm tired of working for this, and then he'll go back later and get a couple pieces and leave and get a couple pieces. So yeah, he's got huge paws. He's, like I said, he's 5 months old and he's 40 pounds. Well, I said he was 5 months old. I didn't say he was 40 pounds. But yeah, he's 40 pounds. His paws are as big as the palm of my hand. His wrists are as thick as mine. But he's such a sweetheart. He loves to cuddle. He just wants to be close. And I'm really happy with him. So yeah, that's why I've been delayed. So I will hopefully talk to you in about 2 weeks. I hope you're enjoying everything that you're knitting and what's going on in your life. And I will talk to you later. Bye.